Hello, my name is Preston Pearl and I am a secondary English education major here at Kentucky State University. Today I'm going to be informing you on what the learning process looks like. This is very important because if we know this model, we can basically take it and we can put it throughout any aspect in our life, anything that we want to learn. We can implement the steps that I'm going to talk about here today that were passed down and given to us from some very intelligent people. And we can basically learn whatever we want, really, whatever that means in our own lives. So anyway, just a quick background. I'm very, very interested in how people learn, especially since I'm an aspiring teacher. I also already work in education, so I have a bunch of different interactions with high school students already. And they're always asking, how do I learn this content? So it struck a spark in me, to want to give them an answer. But also for myself personally too, right? We all have to learn. What does that look like when we take a step back from the books, from the studying sometimes, and really ask, what sort is the basic process of learning, of human learning in general? So I'm going to be using a study that was conducted in 2009 out of Turkey University, and I'm sorry, I'm probably going to butcher these names, but it's okay. It was done by Akayoy and Yamals Soylu, and they used Kolb's model, which was implemented in 1984, and he had 4 basic steps to his learning process. So I'm going to be going basically through that. I think it's a very good model. I think it still holds true today. I think it has a universal impact, and like I said earlier, I think a lot of people can get something out of it. So we'll just go through those steps really quickly. Step 1 would be initial contact with information. So let's say you go up to a farm, maybe KSU's research farm. You hear 2 people, 2 farmers, 2 researchers perhaps, talking about livestock, how to raise livestock, and that interests you. You say, maybe I want to own my own livestock one day. I want to raise livestock and have meat to eat. So that sort of gives you an initial interest to something. So that would actually be step 1. It's nothing about learning yet. It's just initial interest in hearing something. Something really quickly to note too, learning doesn't always take place in the classroom. Actually, a lot of learning, some would argue, or most learning takes place outside of the classroom, interacting with everyday life. So, and for this specific model, I'll just continue to use this example throughout the talk, so that way we stay focused on one thing. Now we move on to step 2. So after we have the initial information, now we have step 2, which is you want to take a deeper dive into that information. What can I find out about it? Maybe you go up to those 2 researchers, 2 farmers, you ask them questions, right? And they give you their knowledge. Maybe you sign up for a course at your university. Maybe it's an online course that you take somewhere. Maybe you read a book. But anywhere you get that information that adds to that knowledge, the interest, that would be step 2, which is a reflective contemplation on the initial knowledge. So that's step 2. So after that, wherever you're getting that content, now we move on to step 3, which is abstract conceptualization. Don't be afraid of that word. That basically just means we think. We think in abstract ways that are not concrete, ways that are not something right in front of us. So we have to think about what that means for our life. And how we can interact with that just simply through our mind. What's it going to mean if I raise livestock for myself one day? What is the information I've given me? How can I do it? So that'd be number 3. Number 4 would be, of course, now that we have the initial interest, now that we have knowledge given to us, and now that we've thought about this for our own life, now we have to take initiative. We have to take real life initiative into implementing this into our own life physically, so that way we can see whether or not this is going to work for us. And those are the 4 basic steps right there that Kolb in 1984 set forth. So we have initial contact, we have looking at that information on a deeper level through reflection, contemplation. Then we have abstract contemplation, and then finally we have implementation of that information into our own life. This is very important for all of us, because if we take this model that Kolb gave us and we basically put it anywhere into our life. We can find that it's going to help us learn whatever that is that we want to learn, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be in education. It can be in all sorts of different genres and different areas. So that's it. That's what I have for you today. Thanks for listening to me, and I hope this helped you out.